Hi guys, my name's Adam, welcome back to the channel. Oh, that was Harley Chopper or something. It's a bit of a custom bike. Here we're on our commute home, Thursday the 6th of April. Nice long weekend. So the weather stays decent. It's supposed to be dry. I think Monday's supposed to be a bit raining, but let's hope it stays decent. What the hell's going on here already? I think it's just the bus, isn't it? Is it a bus stop or is it temporary lights again? No, it looks like it's just the bus. Here, just one of the night staff, office night staff, retiring. Just had a quick word. We're talking about retirement age, and he's 67. He was saying I'll be 68, and I said it wouldn't surprise me if I was 69 when it actually comes to it. Obviously you've seen what's been going on in France with the riots. I don't know why we don't do that. We just let them get away bloody way with it, don't we? We let our government do what they want. If they don't like something over there, they riot. They're not having it. But apparently when they did a review recently about the retirement age, they did put an hold on putting it up to 68. So as it stands, 60, I don't know, 67 or 68 as it stands, that's when I retire. But we were just talking and I was saying, oh, I hope I can get out at 60, try and get some money put away. And he said, how old are you now? I said 45 this time. He said, well, you've only got 15 years. Jesus, it hit me like a ton of bricks. 15 years and I'm 60. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can remember talking about this when I was 21 to the drivers where I worked at the time. They all had a bit of a whip round and got me a card, and I remember they stuck 21 in it in pound coins, and then the rest of the money they give me. And there was one of them lads that was retiring in a few weeks, and he was saying, you're 21 and I'm retiring. And we were talking about how I still had 45, 46 years to work. And I thought, Jesus, that's a lifetime. But it soon goes. That doesn't seem like 23, 24 years ago, going on 24 years ago when I turned 21. And I've worked for this company now, Swain's, for 16 years. So in less time than that, I'll be 60, and them 16 years, they just fly by, don't they? They really do. I've got to seriously start considering what I'm going to do regarding, I can't be doing this all the time, working away and tramping, and you know, I'm not getting to do a lot of the things that I enjoy. Riding my bike, camping and stuff like that, and wild camping, and because weekends are just tied up with family. And well, obviously weekends would still be tied up with family, but what I mean is when you've been away all week, when you've left the house at 3:30 on a Monday morning and you're not getting back till Friday evening or even Saturday morning, you can't exactly then say, right love, I'm off. Jump on the bike and away you go. Shove your tent on and say, I'll see you Sunday afternoon sometime, love. It doesn't work that way. Not unless, you know, unless you want to get divorced pretty quick and be out on your ear. So I've got to get a better work-life balance over these next couple of years. That's something that I'm going to start to work towards. But it's not easy when you want, you know, when you want to go away on holiday, you want to spend money on your kids, you want to have a nice motorbike. You know, I'm dreaming about getting an adventure bike. Maybe I should just lower my expectations and not think, oh, I want like something newer with a TFT screen and all that. You know, like an Africa Twin, like Morphe's would do. Pick them up for about 8 grand-ish, instead of going stupid and going like 11, 12 grand on something. we'll see anyway, we'll see. Might stick with this. I'm going to have a summer of fun on this Triumph anyway, and then it's paid for then I can make a decision on whether we're chopping in for an adventure bike or keep it or what we do. Anyway, speaking of Morphy, he's been out, hasn't he? He's been putting up some videos, some crackers. You know, he can turn any story, even whether it's a story of a sad story like about the dogs, you still get a bit of a chuckle out of it. I know it seems a bit like harsh to say, but you know how Morphy tells the story about, you know, vet bills and this, that and the other. You know, you think about it yourself, you think about, oh, I know, I've been there with vet bills. So you still get a bit of a chuckle out of it, even, you know, it's just the way Morphy too. It's the way he tells them, so it is. It's the way he tells them. But yeah, you know, it's like he's not skipped a beat in it. It's like we've just had him on our screens all the time. I'm off. Cracking stories, cracking vlogs, still more to come, can't wait. James, he's been out on the Royal Enfield, on the Himalayan. Put about 100 psi of pressure in each tyre and did his back in on a speed hump. Tyres were like solid tyres, not sure what they called them, probably solid tyres, Adam, but you know what I mean, them like you have on a forklift truck or something like that, it's just solid rubber, must be a name for them, not pneumatic, I'm sure it's something like that though, isn't it? I don't know, no idea, but you know what I mean. He's obviously been talking about one of his mates with the rusty or discolouring front forks on his Royal Enfield. But like, obviously Derek had that problem as well, and you either live with it or you don't. And I suppose Derek, he likes everything to be clean, tidy, don't like a little mark anywhere, and I get that. So, you know, I don't think a Royal Enfield was really for Derek. And obviously he's got his new bike now, he's got his new BMW GS again, which he loved. It got stolen, which was very sad. To any biker to have the bike stolen is awful, and you know, and someone you know and a mate, it's even worse, isn't it? And now he's got that bike back again. Hopefully he'll be comfortable on it and he'll keep it for a while. But with James, he's got that passion for the Royal Enfield brand and for his Royal Enfields, and obviously reminds him of bikes he used to ride back then. And if you can put up with the faults and the idiosyncrasies and the little bits and bats of, you know, build quality here and there, and I'm not saying there's anything bad about it, I'm just saying obviously they were that price for a reason, and if you can put up with that and you have a passion for it, it don't matter, you love it. And I suppose it's like me with the DR really, you know, it has its faults, it doesn't look the tidiest, it runs fine, or sometimes it bloody, when it's warm it's a pig to start. I know what the problem is, and I mean, I need to do a bit of modification on the carb, but you know, sometimes it can be a bit pig to start, but you put up with it because you love it and you have a passion for it. And you know, I could go out, you could pick up a Honda CRF 250L now for, I don't know, less than $3 grand, and I'd probably get 1,500 quid trading on my little DR, and you know, it'd be within a budget. And but you know, and it's electric start and it's modern and it's look a lot better, look a lot tidier. But I love my little DR, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it. It's not costing me nothing, it's cheap to insure, classic insurance, bomb-proof engine, relatively low mileage, I keep it well serviced. So I bought a rack for it as well. I bought a picture in my rack that I bought, so that'll be great for when we do get out and do a bit of wild camping, which I'm going to do. Just have to be when I have some time off work and not on a weekend. I've got to mention Chris Blackburn, who's told me off for not mentioning him. Blackie's Misadventures, I think his channel's called. He started to stick a few vlogs up last year. I'm not sure if he's put any up this year, to be honest. I'm not sure if you have. I haven't seen them, I apologise. I have missed a lot of goings on YouTube. But yeah, check out Chris Blackburn's channel, Blackie's Misadventures. He does a bit of camping as well, whether he's going to video any of them ride out and camping and stuff. But yeah, Morphy's got a big ride planned for us. as I heard Morph. An epic, apparently. He is. He has mentioned to me and James he's a bit concerned about it, about this, the distance really, the time he's going to be on the bike. He's not going to mind me saying he's Morph, but you know, he's not getting any younger, like he said on his last vlog. You know, 66, he's collecting his he's got his buzz pass now and collecting his old age pension. So you know, and like I said, I'm only 15 years off 60, so it's going to come to us all, you know what I mean? But it's the distance he's a bit worried about, and he won't mind me saying, you know, yeah, he has been suffering lately with a bit of incontinence, and obviously that type of distance on the bike. I know I'm laughing, I shouldn't be, because you know, a lot of people suffer with it. So a bit. He's got obviously he's suffering with a bit of incontinence, and he won't mind me saying. But you know, he spoke to me and James about it, and we've been really good mates, and we've not took the piss, and that's not taking the piss, Morphy. No, we've not took the piss out of him much. But you know, we've sort of said, look, you know, we'll do regular stops. Put your pads on, your tenner for men on, and we'll do regular stops, and we'll make sure, you know, you get to the toilet regular. We won't, you know, if you feel like you want to stop, just stop. That's what we've said to him. Problem is with James, he likes a bloody jug of tea everywhere we stop, you know, a big pot of tea everywhere we go. So you watch Morphy and he rides and rides, you know, big 3-hour epics, and he'll have a stop for the tea break, but you won't ever see him drinking a cup of tea, because obviously you don't want a neat toilet, you know what I mean? And then obviously with James, bloody hell, gallons and gallons of tea. Tea-bellied. Nah, James, tea-bellied. That's all it is. Bit of tea, it's just tea in there. So yeah, so it is a bit of a concern for him, but he'll be alright. He'll be right. I suggested tying a knot in it, but Sprocket said it's not it's not big enough to tie a knot in. So can't do that. Poor Morph. But like I said, you know, any of you guys that have want to show him a bit of support, stick something in my comments, go across to his channel, Morphy Rides Again, Adventures with Morph. Go across to his channel and show him some support there. Any of you chaps out there who are listening that have suffered with it themselves, you know, let him know that, you know, he's not alone, he's not suffering on his own. People do suffer from it, you know, and he's nothing to be ashamed of and embarrassed about. It's just one of them things. Like I said, you know, we'll do regular stops and we'll go on this big epic ride, and he'll be alright, he'll be right. Let's leave it, let's just say it's not just, you know, the pipes in the attic that leak in Morphy's house, so we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that for our Morph. What we say? Oh, my bike, yeah, my bike rack. Got a bargain for that rack. I've actually just mocked it up to the bike, and it's not going to fit. Well, it is going to fit. There's a bar across the bottom that's clashing with the it might just miss when it's actually bolted up. Can't get it in full in position because there's already a little grab rail on. But if it doesn't, and I might have to modify it a little bit, but it's not bothered. The bar that's along the bottom, it's nothing really. It's probably there for strengthening because of the type of bike it's going on. You wouldn't need it really because of the type of bike it's going on. It's probably there to add a bit of strength if you drop it on a, you know, on, well, you're on a DR, aren't you? So if you're off-roading and stuff like that and you drop it, it's probably just there to add a bit of rigidity and strength. I don't really think it needs it, but I understand why it's there. So if I can avoid chopping it, I will. And it's tubing as well, so I chop it and I'll have to put a bung in it, protect it, and put some silica in it or something, because I don't want it getting rusty. So if I can avoid it and just, I might even buy a different number plate and stick that on. A little small one or something. We'll sort it. Or a metal one, flexible one or something like that. I can bend round it a little bit. Or you see these like flexible ones, don't you? That are plastic, really thin, flexible ones that these off-road lads use, so it doesn't snap if they fall off. Could get one of them just for me camping and bolt that on. We'll sort it. There's bigger problems in life, like I say, you know, not to dwell on it, but Morphy's suffering at the moment, and he's bloody my number plates not really a big problem. Street Triple RS, nice that. So what else has been happening? What else are we going to talk about? Like I said, James has done a couple of nice vlogs. We're looking forward to the next instalment of Morphe's. Bit of a revelation, weren't it? Morphe telling us that James didn't do much driving of the bus. I thought that way. I thought Morphe thought James was the only bit of a conductor. Oh, it's filtered air there a little bit. I thought Morphe, I keep saying Morphe. I thought James was a bus driver, not a conductor. But yeah, like Morphe said, when you see him ride his bike, you probably realise not be safe in out bigger than that. I think Bestie does alt driving, really. You know, it's in car. Alright, Adam, alright. Calm down. 30 for a reason. So yeah, long weekend. A long weekend of probably non-bike riding for me, unfortunately. This is out of a ticket tomorrow, but I could still use the DR. They're going to let me in, probably not, so I'll have to just sneak in. Still going to use the DR, but oh, I could use the DR, but I'm sorting out the kids' bedrooms, dividing the bed. It's quite a big room, so dividing it, putting a false partition wall in. So that's what I'm building this weekend, and actually using like a bunk bed mechanism to partition the wall off. I'll put a picture up of what I mean. So Lucas will come in and he'll have like a wall with his bunk on top, and Kaylee will go through her door and her bunk will be on the bottom, and it'll be blocked off at the top where Lucas's bed is, if you know what I mean. But I'll stick a picture up. So busy this weekend. You see, that's another what's it to working away all the time when you do have any time off. You know, I've promised Nicola I'll get stuck into this and get it done. But if I can get wired into it first thing tomorrow, I'm going on a mountain bike ride first thing in the morning, but after that we get wired straight into it, and maybe we'll be able to get a bit of a ride Monday afternoon if I can get most of it done. Come on, Posty. Anyway, I'm nearly home now, so you guys have a cracking weekend. If you're all going out riding, ride safe, enjoy it, have a good ride, have a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.